And I recently also started taking an antidepressant. I just noticed things weren't going good for me. I was struggling with a lot of things, a lot on my plate, a lot on my mind, and I just wasn't doing well. The biggest hurdle for me was not so much admitting, but like finally being like, pushing it down hasn't done anything, like we all do. I'm sure we've all done it, right?
Of course.
And it took a lot because I was very clear with the doctor that I told him, the situation with my mom, and I told him that I'm not really a big fan of pills.
Yeah.
But I said I need to try something because I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, there was nothing I could do. And again, it's pockets, right? Like you ride the highs and then sometimes the lows. And I was doing that forever. And then, in the last 6 months, it's just been low. So
It's been a while since we had a
Right?
guest, like 3 of us in the studio.
It's been a while since you had a guest. It's been a while since I've been.
Yeah, you've been here,
Fine.
so you've been fucking.
I wasn't here last time.
Yeah, you've been really busy, and lots
here we
going
are.
on,
It's
and
gonna be
here
a
we
little
are.
sloppy, maybe. Might be a little short and a little sloppy.
We like it short and
that's how Tommy
sloppy.
likes it.
that's the best way to do it.
Sorry, I like it short and sloppy. It's what I'm used to, right?
You give it short and sloppy. I don't know if you like it.
I'm not talking about my wife. My wife is short, but she's not sloppy. I just wanted to put it out there.
It's gonna be that kind of show.
Well, I mean,
where you have to apologize for shit you said after.
Do we?
No, we don't. Well, we don't.
I'll apologize to my wife if she listens to this. But might as well jump into introducing our guest, Jon Schneider, aka Jon Schneiderquist. He's my
great.
He's my goalie. Well, he's a Rangers fan, as you can see, which
part of my mental health problem.
Yeah, exactly. He's my goalie on our Spongy team. And he's also a follower of the show, and he's left us a voicemail, and figured bring him in and talk about things that make us happy, like friends and.
Oh, we're doing a happy show.
We're doing
I like
we can get dark if you want.
I don't mind doing a happy show.
I think it's gonna go back and forth because like us men, we struggle with things, and also. We do certain things that make us happy, right? And we need to do those things in order for us to not blow our brains out.
True. That's very true. Yeah.
So that's kind of where I want to take this this show today.
Sure.
But before we do that, might as well check in.
Yep.
Perfect.
Tim, let's start with you since you haven't been on the show.
I don't know, 3.
And let's be as honest as we can and share as much as you can.
I'd say I'm a pretty steady 3 these days.
Yeah, it's been kind of dragging for a while
I can't
now.
share the details of why at this point, but it's not fun.
No.
And it's been pretty tough and challenging. So
I think you're taking on a lot of burden right now.
I've been taking on a lot more than normal, I would say, and like
more than before.
Yeah. So no, it's pretty tough, but
So what do you do? What do you do to try to not necessarily bring that 3 to a 4 or 5, but like just to kind of not to lose your shit? Do you do anything like just to?
I don't do anything diligently enough, which is probably a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm realizing that in the last week or so.
Yeah. Well, and I talked to one of your buddies, and we've kind of discussed you a little bit.
That's nice. Yeah. Talking behind my back.
Yeah, well,
probably shit, but
yeah, I would better be.
But you're a person, you're a person that the way if something goes on in your life, you don't right away let it out. You kind of keep shit in.
Usually,
and I think you try to process it on your own, how to deal with shit. And I've told you this many times, like, fucking, you need to reach out, you need to get it out, whether you need to cry or talk about it or whatever. But like, don't forget that you have people in your life that are willing to be there for you. So
yeah, I know. And sometimes like knowing is good enough.
Yeah, for sure.
For my process, like I don't always want to talk about it. I don't need to talk about it.
Well, I know you've messaged me that
I know if I need to, I will. Yeah, for sure.
You messaged me. I had a bad day. I don't need to discuss it.
Yeah.
But just
sometimes
so you know.
I just need to say it. Like, yeah.
Which is good. So, but, hopefully that everything turns around.
Yeah, we'll see.
Soon and fast. And,
Yeah, we'll get there one day at a time. Sounds stupid, but it really is just one day at a time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Today's going to be an okay day.
Good.
Don't think too far ahead.
Hope I can get drunk this afternoon. That's actually what I would like to do.
Oh, that's
come hang out with us. We have one more day to do it.
Perfect.
I don't want to bring your mood down more.
That's fine.
But I'm an 8.
That's great. That doesn't bring me down.
I don't know.
My leaky coffee's pissing me off.
Mine too.
Is it?
Yeah.
So Tommy, you're an 8.
Yeah, I'm an 8.
That's great.
I've been doing a lot of mental exercises to get into a mindset of not thinking about the negative things and just focus on the future, the positivity, just to making sure that the changes I'm about to make in my life that I can handle them, because I know it's going to be tough coming up. And again, this is something I'm going to share in the summer, but not yet. And it's just going to be very hard. It's going to be very new for me, but I'm getting mentally ready to be able to handle all that shit and just changing the mindset. So like, it's been really nice because like the shit that's happened, no matter how big or small it is, it's just been very easy for me to like, okay, it happened, move on. And so I'm doing really good mentally. Nice. Physically, I'm a 3. I played soccer yesterday, first time in like 3 years or 4, so something like that. So like, I'm in a lot of pain, and like my wrist, I actually had it wrapped up this morning because I got kicked, and like it hurts like a bitch. But that's fine. That heals fast.
Is he always a whiny bitch like this?
I don't know.
Okay.
He was playing soccer, so what do you expect?
Physically, I'm a 2 because I'm 2 days into back on keto now, and like from my chaotic quit smoking eating.
Yeah.
You wrote on the rest of your shirt. I see it says that's too much big. No one ever. Okay. It was caught up in your under titty there.
Yeah. I tried to hide it in my under boob, yeah. Jono, what number are you?
Aside from the hangover.
It's funny when I listen to your guys' show, whenever you guys come to the check-in, I always like, all right, like, what do I feel like today? And I've always found that and I'm sure you guys can relate, and everyone, but you wake up, you're at a number, right? And the day goes on, so it fluctuates, right? Physically, I'm like right up there with you, Tommy. I'm like a 3. Like my shoulder's at like 30%. My knee is probably right about there too. I turned 40 this year. I played 36 games in 6 weeks this year in Spongy.
Ooh.
So, and then plus playoffs. So yeah, my body's
That's sore. Nice for 40.
Yeah, well, I don't plan on stopping until the league stops, or I can get bionic limbs. I'm really hoping for that to work out.
Yeah.
I never got to play hockey. Yeah, exactly. I never got to play hockey as a kid, so this is like
you're catching up.
Yeah, this is it for me. But so yeah, I'm hurting today, but I'm probably around an 8 too, because
nice.
When you messaged me yesterday, we were laughing about it because I was like, oh, I wonder how many people Slovak text before he got to me, kind of like when he took me to the Bomber game. And then I went to the Bomber game with him, and then I found out like he messaged Tom first and another guy from our team. It was like, well, I guess I'll try Jono. But
guess what? You were my first choice.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so like I'm
sorry, no, second.
I'm an 8 because I'm on your guys' show helping. Like I always like to help my friends out. I think this is great what you guys are doing. And I know like my wife left for Mexico on Friday, so this week it's just me and kiddo. I took the whole week off, so I got some fun stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's got to go to school every day. She has school, and then if on the days she has daycare, we're gonna go do some fun stuff. So I kind of had to when the wife told me that they were going on this weekend, like this is Spongy weekend has been this weekend for 20 years. Okay. This team, my team that we're playing today, Puck and Nuts, this is the end. This is our very last game ever. We're folding because but so I'm a little,
That's a big moment.
Yeah, when I hit the ice, I know I'm going to be a little I don't think sad. I think I'm just, last night when we were all in the garage partying, I took a moment just to kind of look around and like, like Tom, you and me became friends because of this dumb sport we play, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and I've known you now because of Spongy for 15
for sure,
years, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely took a moment in, and a lot of my team is like my cabin family, so I still get to see them. But there are people on, I play on 3 teams that I only see in the wintertime. Like I see Slovak here and there. We usually have like a summer event at the Belge, but like there's
we
a
don't
lot
see each other for like the summer, basically. But then, and it's not like we're not friends or anything. But like, Spongy is what is where our friendship started, and then
so it brings you all together.
Well, and it's on the weekends too, and in the summer weekends everyone's gone, and then like the Crusaders, like 60% of the team are CP guys, so there are. Summer hits, that's when they go, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm an 8 right now. Like, I'm really happy to be here. I like what you guys are doing. I listen to it. I tell people to listen to it.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, no.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to have a fruity Radler. Yeah. I have another one if you want.
I mean, there's a picture of fruit on it. It's healthy.
Right?
Yeah.
Gay it up a little bit and... All right, now that I cracked the beer...
Yeah,
I feel so much better. I'm a 9. Beer before noon is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. You're having a good day. You've done either some really bad things in life or some really good things in life if you're drinking before noon.
Right.
Oh, it's a long weekend. It kind of goes hand in hand.
It is,
right?
yeah. We have a day off tomorrow, so that's nice. I know you don't.
No, I'm working tomorrow.
But that's just a trade of the business. But I'm going to enjoy my last... one of the last long weekends for sure.
Yeah, it's good.
And I think tomorrow we're actually taking the kids tobogganing, and then we're gonna have a fire in the backyard and make some hot dogs. And
what time?
I don't know.
Right?
I'll let you guys know.
Awesome.
I'll let you guys know. Yeah, we don't know yet. We're still planning it. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun. It's a nice weather outside. So like, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's
for
ridiculous.
Fire.
We should be fishing.
We should be fishing. Yeah, but. Yeah, we only went once this year.
I know, and I think it's pretty much over, eh?
I think so.
I don't really ice fish.
Yeah.
Never. My dad. We always used to go snowmobiling, and then I'd help my dad drill holes. But when you're 10 years old, what do you want to do? Sit there and wait for a fish, or just drive circles on your snowmobile?
Yeah, I'm sure if I had a snowmobile, Jacob would not give a shit about fishing.
No,
he loves fishing. Yeah. But yeah, if I had toys, he would not be. I've
still never been on one.
You've never been on a snowmobile?
No, oh my God,
never in my life.
We have to change that.
Oh.
I've been around them lots. Never been on one. Never ridden one.
There's so much fun.
Yeah,
one day.
That's what I hear.
One day.
I don't know.
I used to love it. I had a really bad quad accident when I was 25. A stupid one. My brother found me doing the funky monkey on the highway, bleeding out of my ears.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I was pissed up and just being an idiot.
Happens.
And then the doctor, like I was out of commission for about 6 months. Like first 2 weeks, I sat in the dark in my bedroom. Like I couldn't leave. I couldn't have light, no sound. Like it just, it was that bad.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And then,
do you remember it?
I remember saying, "I'll be right back. I'm going to see my buddy." And then I like took off on my quad. And then my brother said he looked out and he saw my quad just like idling in the ditch. And like, what the fuck? And he walked out and I was on the middle of the road, just bleeding out my ears. So,
holy fuck.
Yeah, and then that's led to a lot of things. I now have temporal lobe epilepsy from it. I started having seizures. But I always I love snowmobiling. I was very fortunate enough. My parents, my dad was really into snowmobiling, so we had a snowmobile. I think my first sled, we shared one. Me and my brother was like 8.
Okay. Did you grow up out at the lake or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so right around November, I would start getting the itch for snowmobiling, right? And the doctor said no snowmobiling this year because if you hit a road approach the wrong way, you could, once you have one concussion, it's a slippery slope after that. And then the fall year came around, and again, in November, you get the itch, and I was just like, nope, I don't want to do this. I'm scared.
Yeah.
And I had a beautiful sled, and I sold it to my boss. And the next weekend I was talking to him, or I was talking to his wife, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they had another snowmobile," and she said, "Oh yeah, he crashed the sled," and I was like, "Oh no, what do you mean? Which one?"
No.
And it was the one I sold, and this thing was flawless.
Shit.
After every ride I would wax it. It was
just, if you can't have it,
I was
can.
like, yeah, and it was just like, "What'd you do?" And he was all pissed up, Red Bull and vodkas, and it was his first sled really. They bought a 340 sled, but this thing was a 600 triple. I got it to 110 miles an hour on that.
Yeah,
thing.
you don't fuck with.
No.
You don't get pissed up and going.
No, that's why people, die on snowmobiles. They're either drunk or they're going too fast for their headlight.
Yeah.
You're out speeding your headlights. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I never got another sled, and I said when Spongie's done, I'll probably get back into that. My dad we still have my childhood sled out at the lake, and then my dad has 2 sleds. So when we go out there, once now that Spongie's over, I think in 2 weeks we plan on going to the lake. So we'll just hop on my dad's sleds and pull kid around on the toboggan and shit like that. But yeah, no, it's fun. Like Manitoba's beautiful because there's trails everywhere, right? Like technically, it would take a long time and there'd be a lot of shitty ride, but we could ride from Deacon's Corner all the way to my cottage, which is north of Kenora.
Yeah.
But and then Ontario snowmobiling is beautiful because it's just lakes, right? Like just lakes, and the grooming. Like their snow passes there are much more expensive, but their trails are just
mint.
Yeah. My buddy's got a place just north of Kenora.
Oh yeah,
and
like very close.
He's got a couple sleds.
Oh, where?
He's Black Sturgeon.
Oh yeah, I'm just past Black Sturgeon.
Okay.
All right, so I wanted to talk about like you kind of mentioned it actually in your check-in. So yeah, like we don't really hang out, in the summertime, but us men like you and I are very similar in this. Like we look forward to our crazy winters. Like
love it.
In Manitoba and Winnipeg, we get minus 30s and
we played at minus 42 this year.
Yeah, like when it
So
gets
fun.
cold, people are like, "Are you seriously gonna go play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like I'm actually looking forward to it when it's like that cold.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to explain why, but." The fact that we're playing the sponge hockey, it makes me look forward to the crazy weathers, and I want to do it, and it helps me get through the winter like a lot faster. I'm just like, holy shit, it's like mid-February now,
Yep.
And whereas like I know like people at work are just like, fuck, when is this gonna end already, and I'm like, well, I could have used another month maybe.
100%.
It would have been lots of fun, right?
You've always liked. You like winter.
I like dark and cold. That's what I like.
Yeah, and
that's fair.
Well, I know you always say I love the hot weather as well, but I need to be able to cool off. Like I need to have the pool or a cold drink or come into the AC.
Oh, yeah.
But like I know you said like you fucking hate summer.
Like I like it when I'm at the lake, obviously for obvious reasons, right? But I mean, I don't work in construction anymore, so I don't hate it as much because like when you're working
that's gotta be tough.
We did a job. We were working at the new Simplot plant that they built, and we were doing the groundwork. So you were just standing in the middle of a field running pipes, right? And it was like, and then plus you had the greaser fan coming off, so then you'd go home smelling like French fries because you're like, I don't remember putting suntan lotion on. Like, come home and the wife's
burns
like,
into you.
I smell French fries.
That's me. Yeah. I'm ready for you.
Everything for 2 miles around that place smells like French fries.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like I guess it's the construction work is a lot easier to do in the winter because you can always bundle up and not I mean
in the winter too, like we were I was doing a big gas pipe job once and I just wasn't even wearing gloves, and there's younger kids that are like, aren't your hands cold? I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. Like it's way easier to do stuff without gloves on, right?
For sure.
But I always think back to my dad's hands. Like I remember my dad was a diesel mechanic. He's retired now, but I used to go on like weekend runs with him for like the city tractors when they break down, and he'd go out and fix them. And it was always like a hydraulic line or something, and he would just go out, no gloves in his coveralls, boom, boom, and come back in. And I just always remember looking at his hands, and they were just like frozen white. Crap, like man hands, right? Like your dad probably has man hands.
Well, they're tools. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not hands. They're tools.
Yeah.
These are hands.
Yeah. I put on gloves one time. We were working on. I don't even know what we were working on, but my dad just literally looked at me and just like laughed. I'm like, "You pussy," you know?
Well,
like,
we call them bitch mitts.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is what they're used to it, right? And like, I mean. My hands are not the nicest, but I think they're pretty okay compared to my dad's. Yeah, he's got like they're dry, they're cracked.
Oh
yeah,
they're damaged.
It's like sandpaper. Yeah.
Well, they're used.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so like it's I think it's very important for men to have these little things in life to look forward to. No matter how big or small they are. Like I had some drinks on Friday with my neighbor, with Glenn, and he kind of told me, he's like, well, maybe next year you get ready to not be able to do certain hobbies, And I'm like, yeah, I know that's a true reality. I'm still gonna try because I need this to recharge. I need these things like see my friends or do the sports to make sure that I do the things that I love that make me happy. Because if I'm not able to do that, where am I going to end up?
Yeah, you might just not be able to do it as much. Like it all depends. Right?
I might not be able to do all of it.
Yeah,
but,
like I would have loved to be able to go fishing more often.
Yeah,
or I barely played any golf this last year.
That's
that was really tough. That was for me. That was actually really tough because that's my.
Well, you used to join a club and like play.
Yeah, that's like my summer.
A few times
like,
a week.
Yeah, go from playing 50 rounds a year the year before to
crazy.
6.
Yeah,
like that sucks.
Yeah,
like that was not fun. So going into winter, I didn't feel like I had much of a summer. Like because my summer is highlighted by golf and going to the cabin. So like I didn't do much of either. So it's kind of shitty. Yeah,
there's virtual golf at the cabin.
Yeah. So I can do that now, but I haven't even been there this winter really at all either. So
where's your cabin?
My buddy's place up at Flex Surgery.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so I'm again, like I need to mentally get ready for that too, right? That these things that I have now in my life, I might not be able to do all of them, right?
Or just less of all of them. You never know.
Or less, yeah, exactly.
Also, like maybe you will be able to. Like maybe you'll find time for it or you'll figure it out. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
I've noticed this year more than ever, all I can really talk about is sponge hockey because that's the only sport I play. So, but just like personally, and I see it in all in my co-ed team and in our men's team, like we're definitely getting older, we have one guy on our co-ed team. He's been playing spongy since he was 16 years old. He turned 60 this year.
Yeah.
And he's a
old man John.
He's a beauty and he's a wicked player, and he just says, he's like, I just love playing it. He's like, it's what I do. And I'm the same way. Like I love playing it. Saturdays are for sponge hockey. My wife knows that, Fat Castle shows up at my house around 9:00. We have a coffee, we go to the rink, and then I'm not home till 5:00 because I'm just playing sports all day, right? And that's how it was before I met her. And then when we started dating, I'm like, just to let you know, like,
this is
how we roll.
You're marrying this.
You're
marrying my
You're marrying into a very, very good sponge hockey family.
This is a non-negotiable.
Yeah. So, but it's great. Like, I don't have, I know a lot of people struggle with winter, right? It's the short span of sunlight. I think that's everyone has the hardest part to deal with, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I like Saturday. I wake up Saturday always happy because I'm just like I get to see the Crusaders, and the Crusaders are just a bunch of fucking
degenerate
boozing guys. Well, I mean, you've come to our wind up. You see what they look like. Yeah. So, and I think honestly,
the whole gang.
Yeah.
You.
And we really, I've always laughed. I'm like, we just play for the wind up. That's all we look for. Like, we have our, we didn't have it. I was sick. I couldn't go, but we have our pre-season strategic meeting at the Belgian Club.
I've heard about this.
Yeah. Every time I put in my calendar, I was like, oh, okay. I get it. Yeah. You guys, and then
they're like, so what do you do? And I'm like, well, we go there and we like have a beer and like, okay, what do you guys want to do this year? And then we get blackout drunk and then we're just like, let's just win it all. Yeah.
And then we talk about the theme.
The theme of the wind up.
And then we forget the next day what the theme was.
That's
and then we got to figure
funny.
it out. Like, my wife's always like, so did you guys plan this? What did you guys plan this year? Like, well, we figured it all out, but I can't remember because we got too drunk.
Nobody took notes and it's gone.
Yeah, we didn't have our recording secretary there.
Yeah, where was Jacob? He has one job, two jobs: carry pucks and record our conversations.
Yeah, no, but that's the nice thing too. Like Jacob,
I don't think you want him recording. I don't think you want your conversations documented.
Oh, we do.
Okay.
I mean, he has no right being in our group chat, and I think every group of guys has a group chat that like. Not that we're talking shit about our wives, that our wives would be like, what is wrong with you?
I have a few of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I think every guy has a group chat of people that just like, okay, this is like, if I die, you guys need to get my phone and remove that group chat from my phone.
Yeah. Or print it out and have it on display.
Or that,
You're already dead.
Yeah.
I mean, the shame it would bring to your family would be a different story. But.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to put gloves on your body when your dad comes up. Fucking bitch.
That's right, yeah.
But like you said, like anything you know, I'm sure, you know, like you said, golf is good for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably like your little
it's my therapy.
Yeah, it's therapy, recharge.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Even though it's so hot and you walk on a giant field for a long period of time. But
I know, but there's just something about it.
Oh, it's you've probably gone to Beauty Bay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've never been, but I've heard it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's great.
But like just being able to go out with the boys, play whatever sport, you know, for me in Slovak, it's sponge hockey, and then going back to the club after, you know, and just having beers and honestly, like having Jacob on the team is great. That you got a great son there, man. Like he's
amazing,
funny.
yeah.
Oh, and
he's funny.
And he's I mean, he's been coming now for what, 3 years?
Yeah, he started when he was nine. Was like the first time when he
that was when we got him a hockey card, right?
Yeah.
And I remember him saying he had his hockey card and he was looking at it, he's like, "This is the greatest day of my life," and I was like,
oh, he was so happy.
I was like, wow.
He could when he got an award too, like he was just so pumped.
And, the team just loves him. Like he fits in, and you know, we've made it clear to him, like whatever you hear in here
stays in here,
or you're not allowed to come anymore, right?
Yeah.
So there was a one time, this was last year, we were I think that was Spongy Weekend, because he had a Red Solo cup with Coke in it.
Yeah.
And then we were walking out, and then he's like, "Dad, I don't want." I was like, "Oh, just dump it," right? So he dumps it. He's like, looks like somebody took a shit there. I was like, "Jacob, we're out of the community center." He's like, "What happens with the boys stays with the boys." I'm like, "Okay, but like we're done now. Like we're going back to like reality, you know."
You're going back to being a sweet 9-year-old boy.
That's funny.
But
he's so funny.
Like yesterday, we're driving. I went to football and then to soccer with him. So like we like to do song trivia. So we put it on random.
Okay.
And then see if he can figure it out or I can figure out which band it is. And we're playing. He really started asking questions about Metallica, right? So I was like, oh, like they played this and that. I was like, one of my favorite albums is actually their cover album when they did the Garage Inc. So they did a bunch of covers of like Thin Lizzy and whatnot. There's a song there, So What?
Okay.
So if you know which song it is and you know the lyrics, they're absolutely horrible.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck it, I like that song, like I'm just gonna play it to him, and I'm like, Jacob, like you're not allowed to like play this song.
It's that bad?
It's horrible.
Okay.
But the song is great. And again, like I'm always that guy that like I don't really care what the lyrics are about. If it sounds great together with the music, I love it, right? And so like after I was like, man, maybe it wasn't the best idea, but fuck it. He's pretty good.
I would assume it's nothing he hasn't heard in the fucking locker room.
Definitely not new. Yeah, nothing
what
new.
the hell did we talk about? Oh, fuck.
Like he spends time around Tom. Like,
yeah.
Wasn't last weekend about
man,
it got super gay real quick.
We laughed so hard. So he played a game. What is it called? Keepy Uppy?
Keepy Uppy?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I was like, did you just say Peepy Uppy? And he's like, yeah, I just play by myself in my room. And we're like, what? One more time, Peepy Uppy? and then it wasn't dawning on him what we were talking about, eh?
And so that was the joke the whole
weekend.
Day. Yeah, like, and we went to the garage and it was like, oh, we're playing Peepy Uppy now. Like, it's just so funny. And I don't think he got it, what we were saying. Yeah.
Well, no, there was something else on our first game Friday night. Someone said something about sucking dick. And I was just like, and I looked over at Jake and I was like,
yeah. Just like ignore that. Yeah. But like, I think he like he's good. Like I told him, I'm like, if you repeat any of this shit, and especially if you say like, oh, my dad said, like, I'm never taking you to another Spongy game. No. And we're done.
You take him to one more and you put him in net and we all shoot pucks at him.
Yeah.
Like we used to do if you forgot the hat.
Yeah. But he's pretty good.
It's the father-son thing. Like it really is. I don't get that, right? Because I have a daughter, and so like I would never in my life put her in those conversations or scenarios.
No,
ever.
No, never.
In fact, I spend all my time trying to keep her out of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my daughter was in the garage with us last weekend, It was her birthday, and Fat Castle gave her a tattoo book, so she was in the garage with us,
giving us tattoos.
Everyone was getting. She was giving everyone.
Really?
Yeah,
that's fun.
As soon as she found out the Reed's girlfriends were coming, as soon as she found out there was girls coming, she was out there. She was a little shy at first, but then when the girls started walking in,
how old is your daughter?
She just turned 6.
Okay.
And every time someone came in the door, we would all cheer, right?
Yeah.
And she came up to me, she's like, "Dad," I was like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Who's coming over next?" And I was like, "I don't know." So people are just coming. They're like, "Are you going to cheer when they come in the door like you did for me?" And then I was like, "Yeah, that's what we do." So then every time someone walked in the door, she would start cheering. We'd go, "Yeah, pizza guy."
That's the thing. Yeah, like your daughter was there. So like we were actually watching what we're saying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. She is at the age where she would probably pick it up, but she's, when she's like that night, everyone was so into her letting her give her tattoos that's all she was hearing, right?
That's right.
And even Old Man John. Old Man John's got 2 grandkids too, right? So, and they're right around the same age, so he was loving it. Like he was covered in tats. So, but yeah, no, it's it's nice to have the families come out, right? Like, but
naturally, men will behave differently when there's females around, anyways.
100%.
Like, and especially kids.
Like, depending on the female, but yes. Adriana could come hang out in the garage. I don't think she'd bat an eye at the things we'd say.
Oh no, she would laugh. Yeah, she would laugh. Yeah.
She'd just be like, "Oh, this makes more sense."
Roll her eyes and shake her head a lot, but
but yeah, she wouldn't. Like she's totally fine. But it's just like more like the like my daughter would feel uncomfortable. Yeah, for sure, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Jacob, he loves it. Like,
oh yeah,
and like I know one of the wind-ups, like he was playing pool and then Tom was in the way, and then Tom after having like few drinks, like Jacob was like, "Hey Tom, can you move?" He's like, "Jacob, you got to tell people get the fuck out of my way," And I'm like, "Oh fuck, here we go." Adrian was there. I'm like, "I'm sorry," and she's like, "Well, like, yeah, sure, the language and all that, but like." He's learning camaraderie. He's learning that this is a boys thing. This is what boys do. We're stupid sometimes. We need to be stupid, and it's nice because like we get that energy out in a different way, right? There's so many people that get energy out, unfortunately, by doing shitty things to people, right? Yeah. So I'd rather have
say shitty things to each other.
Exactly. I'd rather have my kid learn that, hey, you know what, you can be stupid like this, with your buddies, and then that's where it ends. And so
he even kept his bet. He went and sang Barbie Girl. I don't remember what I bet him, but
what was that?
When we were at the wind up, he went and sang Barbie Girl.
Oh yeah.
And I don't remember what the bet was, but I was like, well,
yeah. Oh yeah, no, he's in. He's
in for not anything. Afraid of shit.
Oh no,
he's not.
He will just get in there.
And like I had him on last episode, and like I got so many feedback that like, oh, this kid is amazing, and like, my mom's like, yeah, he's not gonna be an electrician. He's gonna go way further. Like he's gonna do something great.
Careful
because, like,
what you say about tradespeople.
Oh, electricians.
I know. Yeah, I can't say anything about plumbers.
It's pretty sensitive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, if you guys listen regularly, this is the guy that called it about the Tim bitching about plumbers. Yeah.
They're gonna be the next millionaires, guys.
They are. I know that.
Oh, for sure. And like, but yeah, just my mom was like, oh, like he's so smart and everything. Anyways, I don't want to talk about Jacob too much because that's not why we're here.
Yep. Well, I don't know. He's pretty fun to talk about.
He is.
He's 2 episodes.
I'm a big fan.
Excuse me. Fuck that guy. Yeah, no, it's the boys things that it really I love. I don't do the sports for lose weight or be healthy or anything like.
It's the camaraderie and the community. What's the community? It
is, yeah. And like we've talked about it, how important it is to find your own community, right? Mm-hmm. Like whatever it is. If you're into arts, that's fine. If you're into sports, whatever, music, even the music industry. Like actually like lately, I don't know. I haven't been out much, but I know in the past, like you've been you were a musician as well.
I was going to say you were a musician too. What'd you play?
I'm a singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so like, when you found that like close group of people to hang out with and do the same things that you love, like there's nothing greater than that. So I think for a guy, for sure, like I feel like and I might be completely wrong, but like I think when women have like their little groups,
yeah, but they all just hate each other.
Don't have that same, like they don't have the same effect as
true.
like when the guys get together.
No, I don't. If they do, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
like it's not the same, and I don't think they're. we're just wired differently.
Yeah, like if I have a problem with Tom, I'll be like, "Fuck you, Tom."
Yeah.
If two girls have a problem, they'll go tell the husband, "I fucking hate that bitch." Did you tell her that?
And
no.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. I don't understand it. I'm not meant to. But like, I can't imagine girls having this like group of like this camaraderie thing where they talk shit about each other to their faces and like.
Oh, imagine that would go so bad if you like somebody called another one oh, you're such a cunt, you know, like
that word, yeah.
Like,
that's my favorite word.
That would be horrible, but like, man,
they're just different. They're not us, and we get like most guys I've ever met get so much out of like that camaraderie and that community,
that banter,
like, the banter and the shit talk and the fuck face.
What they say if you can't.
Maybe it's what I've chosen to the guys I've chosen to surround myself with too. But
I mean, they say if you can't talk shit to your friend, then you can't be friends with them.
Well,
right?
if I'm not being mean to you, then like we're probably not.
This isn't going to work out.
I probably don't care very much about you.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, you're cool,
this isn't
but
a friendship we're really going to have. Yeah.
We're not going
like
anywhere.
and my daughter said it a few times when she sees like you and I around each other or whatever. She's like, guys are so mean to each other. I'm like, yeah, it's because I love them.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And I'm like, and this was when she was a bit younger. And the guys in her school and her grade were starting to do that.
Oh, yeah.
They're grade 6, grade 5. Like, they're starting to treat each other like shit and have fun doing it. She's like, why are guys so mean to each other? I'm like, that's how we show love to each other. Like, that's just how we do it.
I mean, you and I, our relationship started basically on shit talking.
It was based on shit talk.
It was like,
that's the foundation
we had like the worst comments
friendship.
towards each other. Yeah. And that totally is the basis.
How long have you guys known each other?
6 years now?
6.
I want to say,
Yeah, 6.
7. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, when you went to Vegas, you just mentioned it was 2019. So,
so not that long.
No, but
you've had the unfortunate.
I guess I've known him longer.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, like,
sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you could say the same for him, for me, right?
Sorry to all of us, I guess. Is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, like Mitch on our team. I've known Mitch for 35 years. We've been best friends. His brother and my brother were best friends.
You know Mitch. What's his brother?
Josh Bedry.
Oh yeah.
So they lived a street over from us. So
Josh.
Yeah, Josh is. They're so different.
Yeah,
like you've never met. From when you put Mitch and Josh together, you're just like. I mean, most siblings are different. Like me and my brother, you put us side by side, and you probably, if we didn't tell you we were brothers, probably within half an hour you would put it together. But Mitchell is just, I love the guy. He's just very loud, abrasive.
Well, that's not Josh.
No, and Josh is just quiet.
Yeah.
And
they look alike, but
yeah. And Jenny once said to me, she said, like, you and Mitch are terrible to each other. Like, why are you even friends? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, I said something terrible to him, like something that people shouldn't say. And Mitch laughed about it. And she's like, you guys, this is weird. Like, and I was like, this is just how we are. Like, and she goes, well, you guys fight like a married couple. And I was like, the best part is we don't remember it because we've had concussions and we just don't remember anything.
Well, and like, I don't.
Concussions, the booze.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like,
the fact that we just generally don't remember stuff.
It's true.
When you say something absolutely horrible to me, like, I take it and like instantly laugh.
Yeah.
I don't take it like, well, why did he say that? I don't ever
think about it again.
What I'm thinking is, how can I top that? That's what I'm thinking. How can I top that?
It is always a contest, for sure. And like a friendly competition.
Yeah, we go back and forth a few times.
And then someone on the sidelines here, and they're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
But I think that's the thing that women overanalyze it. Well, why did she call me that? Or why did she say that? Mm-hmm. What did I do? It's like,
what did she really mean by that? It's like, with us, it's like nothing.
I mean, look out, we're relentless on Skeletor.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
So with one of our guys, like, he's super skinny. We always joke about it. It's like, man, like, just eat some food already, have some carbs. And then he went to Vegas or something. And like, he's like, man, I've been throwing up. I can't. He missed 3
weeks.
Weekends,
he said, I've been sick as fuck for 3 weeks since Vegas.
Finally the guy ate something.
Eats protein once, becomes deathly ill.
He's like, I've been throwing up all night. I'm at the doctor's like, oh, here we go. Like that one burger. Geez. Like he's throwing up for 3 weeks.
I always tell him he's the spokesperson for UNICEF. He's malnourished.
That's pretty funny. Should start playing Sarah McLachlan.
No, that's what I do.
In the background when he's talking.
An angel. For just 35 cents a day, you can help Skeletor gain a pound. We also, I think last year was the year we gave him. We have a most improved trophy, and then we have a most regressed. And last year we gave it to Skeletor's knee, his most regressed, because I'm pretty sure he's done because he went to the boards hard this year. And
yeah, he came back for the game and then he got injured.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like,
shit.
goddamn protein.
Yeah, just ruined him. Yeah, he should have stayed skinny. He was pretty good, but but yeah, we were just absolutely worst towards each other. But that's what I think makes our friendships strong.
Yeah,
that's when you know.
I haven't met a lot of like other groups of like, you know, you see other guys interact with their groups of people. Like they're all kind of, I think we all do it. Like I haven't really seen any groups of friends that like guys hanging out not being dicks to each other. Like,
so I've had a group at work where I used to sit like in the cafeteria together all the time, and like the banter was a lot sometimes, and it's because to me it's okay if we have this shit, but also you guys know when I need to be serious.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that group of people was not giving me that.
They were
it was just
unaware.
It was just always like bashing.
Oh, yeah.
And then so I was like, I realized very fast that okay, this is not a friendship. This is just an acquaintance.
Yeah.
You know? We still, I drive by and like give them the middle finger or whatever.
Yeah, that's
you know?
all good.
But
and
that's where our friendship ends.
Yeah.
Like we don't hang out. We don't talk about anything serious. You know, it's just work and that's it.
I think the guys that your buddies that you razz the hardest are probably also the ones that you're closest to, right? Like me and Kessel were pretty close. We've had some, we've all had those pretty deep conversations with one of our buddies, usually drinking.
Yep.
And then, then they always say, if you want to ask a man how he's doing, ask a man how he's doing, ask him when he's having drinks. And that's when you're going to hear the real story, right?
Yeah.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you heard that episode, but when my parents were here, me and my dad went out to the lake with Jacob, and like we had a few drinks, and he opened up.
Yep.
And that was like the first time he ever opened up to me about some of his past.
So our dad's definitely, my dad's the same way. He will avoid heartfelt conversation. I remember I was like maybe 19 or 20 driving out to the lake with him, and I was like asking him like life questions, but like more like financing and house, and like it wasn't anything. It wasn't like talking. I don't even know what I can explain, but you could just see he was just so awkward.
So
like, I know
uncomfortable.
Yeah, because he just doesn't. He just wants to drive in silence and go, and that's all he does, right? and it's funny because I do the same thing. And we were driving out to the cottage once, and the wife was in the back seat, and we both at the same time went like these. And then I looked back, and the wife just dying laughing in the back, right? So, but yeah, like my dad, he won't say anything. Yeah. I've seen my dad cry 3 times in my life. Was when my grandpa died, not his dad. My dad's biological dad died when he was 7, and he actually met my mom at the cottage. My grandparents bought the cottage out there. My dad lived out there, so my parents have been together since they were like 10.
Okay.
And my dad just turned 70 last week, so that's a long time with people. And my grandpa loved my dad. Like everyone loves my dad's Mr. Fix It. I've never seen him not be able to fix anything. He's a diesel mechanic, and he built himself a 1,200 square foot.
And he
house.
looks
He looks like Stan Marsh. Or Randy Marsh, Stan's dad from.
Fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, looks exactly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
tattoo of Randy Marsh.
They had the Randy Marsh stuffy at the claw game at the Belge, and I was like, oh god, and I won it, and I was like, and then I gave it to my daughter, and she's like, it looks like Grandpa Russ. And I was like,
he's my favorite South Park
character. Tiggerty Weed Farm. So when my grandpa died, because my grandpa was basically my dad's dad, and then when his mom passed away, and then when I woke up at the hospital after my quad accident, I looked up and my dad was there, and I saw tears in his eyes, and I remember being like, "Fuck, what did I do?"
Yeah.
The first thing I did is I went, because I always break my teeth, as you can see.
Oh,
like I've never really learned when I fall to put my hands out to catch myself.
Face
I always
first.
Okay. Just my face will stop the fall.
Okay.
It does, but my teeth.
That's
break.
not like Jono, because then if he falls, we can make fun of him.
Exactly. It happens lots.
You okay? Okay. Fine. Now let's make fun of him.
But so I, again, it's I definitely, that's not me. I'm like my, people, everyone says, oh, you're just like so-and-so, right? And I have I have my dad's work ethic and I have my grandpa's patience. So, and it's something I've been working on. But like I have a tendency just to be go, balls to the wall. Like if I'm doing a project, like I just built an addition on the cottage, and I ripped the old one off because it was easier for me to get underneath the trailer and lift it up that way. And I'd get out to the cottage and I would work, as soon as the sun was up to the sun was down, I wouldn't stop to eat. Yeah. I'd just drink water and I'd go. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, when shit's not going right, now I'm throwing tools. Now I'm getting, yeah. and then once Veda was older, and Jenny had mentioned something, she's like, your daughter's seeing that. And then I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, so I've really, it's so hard for me to slow down. And that was one of the biggest challenges when I switched over to where I'm currently working now, out of the field, like out of construction. It's a much slower pace. So it took me a while to get used to it because, you're always used to, having someone barking down your neck. Why isn't this done yesterday? Well, we weren't supposed to start till tomorrow. Well, why isn't it done? Right. Stuff like that. So it took me a while. And then it's actually, I think it's helped me because now I'm not, destroying myself at work and then going home to destroy myself on project. Work is very mellow for me, and then I can go home and I can take care of whatever I need to take care of. So
more balance.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And then I talk like my mom. My mom likes talking. I don't have a super great relationship with my mom. It's definitely gotten better over the years. My mom, when I was in high school, she was manic and bipolar. And my brother moved out. My dad, his job at the time was on the road lots. Like he sold heavy duty machinery, and he was always up north. Like that was his territory.
Okay.
And so it was tough for me in high school because I was going home to a person I didn't recognize.
Was your mom always like that, or did that happen?
What?
Show itself more later.
We've talked about it, and she said, so when I was 11, we went on a trip to we went to Edmonton. We went to the West Edmonton Mall, and fast forward, a decade or two later, whatever, we got talking, and she says she actually thinks that's when it started.
Oh, okay.
And then when my brother graduated and he moved out, like he pieced out, and that was the straw that broke my mom's. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, they say, right? And then she spent some time in the St. Boniface Mental Institution. Okay. Yeah. And then we got her out, and then she ended up going back again. And then the third, I was in grade 12. I got called down to the office, and my dad was standing at the door, and just by chance he had to go out of town, so he came to pack his bag. And my mom had been on a leave from work, and he came home and he found all her pills bottles empty.
Oh shit! And
so we got her to the hospital. So that was a point where you're 18 years old. Or I wasn't almost 18, and that's where my relationship with my mom hit a rock. Mm-hmm. Yep. And like I knew about depression, and I read about it because I wanted to know what was going on with my mom, and I was so mad at her because you're 18 years old, you're going to graduate, and if she would have succeeded, that would have been my grade 12 memory, right? Yeah. And you'd carry that for the rest of your life. Like, sure. no matter whenever in your life you lose a parent, like thankfully I have not yet, or how, it doesn't matter, right? But it's just, it was tough for me, and it was tough for our relationship. We kind of got through it, and she's better now. She actually, the biggest problem was that the doctor we had, he was a big pill pusher. Mm-hmm. And
unfortunately most are.
Yeah. Once we finally got her into a psychiatrist, she went through her meds and was like, what the fuck? And the doctor had her on this extreme upper that like supposed to be max, like 4 months. And he had her on it for 3 years.
Ooh,
Jesus.
Okay.
She was taking, I think at the peak of it, she was taking 6 pills for depressants or antidepressants, and then there was pills to counteract against other things. Yeah. Like almost like the handful of pills Dave takes every day. Like me and him were drinking a while back, and he poured out his pills and we counted, and I think each handful was like $48, and he did that twice a day. So, wow. And I mean, for him, obviously we wish the accident never happened, but the fact that workers' comp has that forever, so But yeah, I'm very hesitant on pills. I don't like them. I had to start taking seizure medication for my epilepsy. And I was very hesitant on that because I just saw, and again, it's like, what's the least poisonous, right?
Yeah. Having
seizures or taking meds to not have seizures, I guess, right? And I recently also started taking an antidepressant. I just noticed things weren't going good for me. I was struggling with a lot of things, a lot on my plate, a lot on my mind, and I just wasn't doing well. And and the biggest hurdle for me was, I guess not so much admitting, but like finally being like, okay, nothing, pushing it down hasn't done anything, like we all do. I'm sure we've all done it, right?
Of course.
What I was doing, like, again, sports, going out, spongy, all that, like, I love it. And, and as stupid as it is, as soon as I get on the ice to play that dumbass sport, I'm happy. Like, it's it's my golf for you, right? Like, it's where I'm just like, I
forget about everything.
Yeah. And then I just remember, and then I just focus on being a very average, shitty goalie. And then I get so mad, and it's so funny. I'm the only one who gets mad on our teams. Like, I've broken sticks, and then I get home and I'm like, fuck, I have to go buy another $100 stick. I'm like, for what? Like, god damn it. But yeah. So I noticed myself, and it took a lot because I was very clear with the doctor that I told him, the situation with my mom, and I told him that I'm not really a big fan of pills. But I said I need to try something because I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, there was nothing I could do to
make it better.
Like, there, and again, it's pockets, right? Like, you ride the highs and then sometimes the lows. And I was doing that forever. And then, in the last 6 months, it's just been low. So, I actually haven't told anyone that I started pills, so
this is the first time.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Well, it's one of those things.
I'll just say this: I don't think my brother's going to listen to this, or my parents, so that's okay.
If you want me to cut it out,
no, it's and the biggest thing, people are like, "Well, why do you worry?" I'm just like, "Well, I don't like people worrying about me." I've always been, and I think with men, in certain situations, but I've always been. The one people can rely on, right? Yep. You need something, I'm there. I'll drop everything to help a friend out. In the last couple of years, I've really learned, as you get older, now it's, when you're young, right? You want to have so many friends because it's fucking awesome, right? But now I'm just like, I'm happy with the same.
Yeah.
Honestly, just regularly taking out the Saturday cruise and stuff like that. I probably have like Mitchell, and I don't see much of him because he moved out of town. Dave also moved out of town, and that's pretty much it. I see Tom here and there, but I'm also I also take the time now of not hanging with my buddies. I do a lot of things with my daughter, and I'm trying to raise her. That talk about things, and it's so hard to teach a 6-year-old that. But I'm very open with her, and I always ask her.
You have to be, yeah.
And I say, is there anything on your mind these days? That's not My Little Fucking Pony or K-pop Demon Hunters.
But I think if you start that now, when as she develops, like,
absolutely,
that'll just be in there.
Yep.
Like you're putting it in. It may not be doing anything. It may not seem like it's doing anything now, but it's gonna.
What you're doing is you're planting the seed right now. Yeah,
well,
that's all
like,
it is.
It's foundational stuff. Like it's.
I'm a big talker. If you want to open up, I'll open up, talk feelings, whatever, right? My wife's she's not like that much. So I want to, I want Veda to, and this isn't a shot at my wife, but I want her to, be brought up knowing that if there's any problem that you always can come to dad or mom. But I want to really hammer home. And I don't know if it would be the same way if I had a son, but I really want to hammer home that, dad is here. Yeah. As long as my lungs are going up and down, I'm here, and you can come to me with anything.
Yeah. Girls need their dads.
Yes.
Oh, you need a father figure for sure. Yeah. So actually, funny thing, last night, it was Valentine's Day, and we we don't do anything like me and the wife really. Nothing's like we'll go for a fence in there. We went to the hot tub. The kids came and joined us. So like the four of us, and we usually when we go in there, we always have like a quite deep conversation. So with Jacob, actually, we talked about drugs right now because there's shit out there.
Yeah,
he's
for sure. Yeah.
becoming a teenager. I started smoking when I was 12. So like, so he had some cool questions because he's like, well, I'm a guy that I'm curious. I'm like, well, look, like if you want to try like weed, obviously I want you to wait.
Yeah.
But like, come to me. I don't want you to be trying anything crazy, like that's just bad. But like, weed, fine, whatever. But there's a time and place. But then, as the conversations went on, we kind of said like, well, you can always call us if somebody offers you something and you take it and you're not feeling it, you always call us. And then Gabby said, or you can call me,
Yeah.
And then we said, that's right. You can always have that other person. So like my daughter, one of our friends actually said that like, hey, like if you don't ever want to call mom and dad, you can call me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you need to keep a secret, you can call me.
Yeah.
But have that person, that safety person that you can open up to. And really like not worry about like getting into trouble
or
and
just
stuff.
call when you're in shit.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you want to delay that from your parents.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We all did that.
Yeah. So like, yeah,
Still do.
it was
important.
really nice to like,
Right.
it was really nice to have like to hear my kid to remember that and like offer that now to her little brother too. Right. So like, but yeah, we always try to tell that to the kids. Like, look, like no matter how much shit you're in, just fucking call us.
Yeah.
Like
don't make it worse by not like.
Yeah. We'll.
It's better to be grounded than to be dead.
That's right.
Like,
We'll talk about it, and like my parents always lost their shit when I got in trouble, and like my mom would like slap me, if she caught me smoking cigarettes, like she would fucking give me like one across the face, and I'm like, fuck, really? Like
I just lit that, Mom.
No, but like
you owe me a dart.
No, but yeah. But does that make it better? No. It never made it better, So like,
I think their intentions were that next time he goes to light a smoke, he's going to think about me smashing his face.
Yeah, no, I didn't give a shit.
Like, oh, fuck
no,
that.
I didn't give a shit. Yeah, and so like I'd rather would have had like a nice conversation with my parents about it.
Those generations, our parents' generation
Different.
just didn't.
Yeah.
It was just different.
Yeah.
And before them was different.
And so that's why like I want to make sure that when my kids do something stupid like that, I don't want to do the same thing. I'd rather just like sit down, have a conversation, and like. Okay, like why are you doing it? And just like get to the bottom of it, or just like at the end of the day, I can't.
You can't guard them 24/7.
That's
You're
right.
not going to be around them, right? And I would say that obviously, I mean, your daughter's a teenager as well.
She's 14.
14, and Gabby's
16.
I thought she was 12 last time I was here, and she took great offense to that.
That's
like,
pretty funny.
You look tiny, like you're a small person, but so my daughter's not going to be a teenager for another. Math is hard. 7-ish years. So, what it's like now for kids, it's going to be way different in 7 years, right? Like, it sucks to be a kid, to a certain extent, right? Like, high school is probably tough. I mean, I would also have a tough time in high school right now because of how I was in high school. Like, this will surprise you. I was an asshole in high school. Not an asshole. I was I liked making people. I liked making people laugh, even if it was at the expense of others.
Yeah.
But it usually was only at the expense of myself, right? But and I would never consider myself a bully. But me and my buddies were just jackasses, right?
Yeah.
We were really into like Jackass and doing dumb stuff and Tom Green. So like we were just fucking all over the place. But
same.
We didn't, and the internet just started for us, in so there was like chat rooms like MSN, right? And that was it.
Yeah.
Or ICQ.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now like, the bombardments that kids face now on online bullying, not even online, but just like people shit talking online, and then the rumors, when we were in high school, right? Rumors were kept to the hallways of the school, but now they explode.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere you go.
Yeah.
They know they never disappear. You face them 24 hours a day.
Yeah. So, for you guys, I'm assuming you've had talks like, if people are, if you're hearing something about yourself that is not true, like, you want to, I would tell my daughter, defend your name, but at the same time, just know it's bullshit, and try not to let it bug you, because the thing is, if the sooner they realize that it bothers you, they're going to keep coming at you,
more and more.
If you engage, it just gets worse.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to, it's been, the born to 6 years old has been really fun. It's been easy.
Yeah. That's the easy part.
Yeah. For sure. I know it, and
I'm sure it gets more complicated.
I'm not going to be one of those parents. Oh, wait till
she's
God, no,
I know. I know exactly what's going to be like.
But it's going to be different, and it's scary. It's super scary because like you're applying your knowledge. Well, your knowledge it's old. Outdated. Yeah. It's the old OS, right?
So basically, you need to talk to them about what's going on, and then you need to take that information.
What I try to do is I always try to apply, or sorry, not apply, but focus on things that didn't work for me, and just try to make sure that I don't do the same thing to her, or him.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what we all like. Yeah. We take the mistakes we've made. We try and teach our kids to make decisions that won't land them in that scenario.
That's right. Yeah.
Some of that's just development, and you just have to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You have to fuck up.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you got to learn.
Part of life.
Yeah. But if you keep doing it, then there's something wrong.
I've always said my whole thing is just to give my daughter the tools to make as many good decisions as she can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she won't make them all.
And that's how our parents raised us, right?
That's it.
Basically, the basics of parenting, how my parents were, the difference between right or wrong.
Yeah.
You know your fucking manners, and you respect.
Yeah,
and that's it. And
that's
basically what you need. But now it's probably a lot like that's the basics. But now there's probably
it's more complex now, and it's harder, and it's just different.
And the thing is too, when we were kids, our parents just kept an eye on us, right? But now, as you guys with teenage daughters, you're keeping an eye on them and their phones and their chat lines or however the kids are communicating right now, right? Like it'd be like your daughter hopping into our team chat and being like, "What the fuck?" Like that could potentially set you off, right? Like I've had friends. I had our daughter late. A lot of my friends already had kids, and they were telling me that they took his phone and there were some. He was 16, and there were some inappropriate pics exchange from him, not. Girls are asking for the old
that's a thing
now. And the thing is too, it's like you think it's okay, but then one person gets it and then it spreads like wildfire, right?
That's the problem.
I still actually I haven't done it in a while, but I should probably do it soon. But I told my daughter, I'm like, until you're 18, I have the
phone
right
checks.
to take your phone and go through all your photos, all your chats. I don't give a shit what you say about me or mom.
Your Google history.
You can call me.
Why is my dad retarded?
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. You have 100% right to Google that. But no, I'm just looking for anything she sends out that's inappropriate, anything she receives that's inappropriate, and anything that anyone that's maybe bullying her or making her feel like shit, and how she's dealing with it,
Now, if I can ask, how has let's just say the last 2 years of her teenage years been like with stuff like that? Have you found anything?
No. So far she's been good. I found a couple selfies where she's just a little too more a
little risque.
Yeah, not as in exposing anything, but just more she's trying to look a little more cuter, and which I'm okay, I get it.
They're girls.
Yeah, she's getting interested in boys. I have no issues with that. She hasn't sent anything to anyone. It's more just for herself. I think she's exchanged it with her friends.
Yep.
The one thing I noticed, I'm well, you called someone a bitch in a group chat, and I was careful, because they can take a screenshot of that, and then you're friends now, but you're not friends.
That's the biggest
in a
thing,
year,
right?
And now they'll use that against you. I was so be careful with that. But again,
well, everything lasts forever now.
Yeah.
You just have to assume that everything exists forever.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was again, if you do that, that's a good lesson for you to learn. If that ever comes back to you, you might not do that again.
That's the scary part for me. When we were we grew up where things didn't last forever, and Man, I preferred it the other way.
Yeah.
Like I just did, but
though I would have loved to now go back and look at all the shit that we've done, because
Oh,
I
God.
would have laughed my ass off.
True.
But yes.
But yeah, no,
I
I'd
still
rather
like it
just,
this way.
yeah.
Yeah. It stays in the memory, but
I also like when
there's so many things I forgot already.
the thing, when you're sitting with your buddies and you're doing one of those nights where you just go back in time and you're talking about funny shit and
Oh,
dumb
I've
shit
done
you
this,
did,
done that.
and you're just like, and then you just start laughing because you're just like, imagine if we did that now.
Right.
That's what they always. It's like, imagine if we did that now.
So many things I did that I have that moment, and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah. It's
Well, I think there's a reason why there's a saying, boys will be boys, you
Yep.
know. I remember with this coworker I was chatting, I think he was in like, I was 30-ish and he was about 40, 45. And he's like, I never thought I'd be like, in my 40s and still laughing about farts, and and here I am in my 40s.
Yeah,
and
that's eternal.
me and Kyle sometimes send each other like fart sounds, like recordings, like how bad
your
our
farts are disgusting.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are.
they are, bro.
It's hilarious. So we still laugh about that shit, and I don't think I ever will stop laughing about farts
I would
or
guess
anything.
not.
So boys will be boys. That's a true statement. I have my group of people that I truly enjoy their company, like the spongy guys. We have our group chats too, and it means so much to me because it's what helps me be Tommy. And like when me and my wife were going through tough times, like I remember she got really pissed off when I said that, well, when I'm with you guys, I'm the dad, I'm the husband, but when I'm with my friends, I can just be Tommy. And she's like, oh, you're not yourself around you? I'm like, no, but I'm not gonna act stupid
It's
around
not
you
that
and my
version
kids.
of
No.
Like it's a different. You can be the same person, but
And
three
I just
different versions,
like to be that dumbass that will laugh about fart jokes, you know.
From a parent standpoint of view, it's probably best that you are dad mode around your kids and your wife.
absolutely.
well, that's your job.
Yeah.
To be a dad and a husband.
Yeah.
Like
And so it's to me it's very important. And when after we talked about it, explained it, and then she got it, but she didn't get it at first, right?
Can you imagine if you behaved the way you do around me,
Oh my
just
God.
with your family, like your kids and your wife?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Like you would not
That would
have
be
kids or a
horrible.
wife.
Yeah, no, I would be single.
Like it would not work that way.
Yeah, I would live in my trailer.
yeah. Like life would not be great.
Yeah, but I really hope that men out there have their own little groups, no matter how big or small it is, or 1 or 20. But I think it's very important. I think we all in this room, we all have our own groups.
Yeah, and I think too, if the guys that are listening out here that don't have something, go try something, right?
Do something new, different.
Yeah, because what's going to happen? You're gonna try something new. You're gonna meet new people, and then that's just basically how communication starts, conversations.
Yep.
And again, I started playing Spongy with you 15 years ago, and now we hang out lots. We talk lots, and it's great. I've sports in general, because there's so many other things. Music's a good passion, right? Like sports music. Some people are just so dedicated to their jobs, and I think I'm not exactly sure what you do, but I feel like your career is very you're around lots of people, right? So conversation all the time, right? So you meet new people, and I'm sure over the years you've probably people that you've met through business, you've maybe have turned into a friendship,
sure.
right?
Absolutely.
So it's not just to say that it's just sports, but yeah, just
get out there,
try something new. That's the biggest thing, right? You got to take that first step. If you don't take that first step, you're never gonna know. And try it. And if what you wanted to try doesn't work for you, then try something else, right?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing too, right? You don't want to, don't go out trying to find something new, meet new people, and then if it doesn't work, don't just burden on that. Don't
internalize that and give up.
Yeah, and don't just assume that I'm gonna that failed attempt is gonna be for everything, right? Because sometimes things just don't. You might think you might enjoy something, you don't.
I've also had lots of fun nights hanging out with new people that didn't turn into anything else.
Yep.
And that's great.
Yep.
I had tons of fun. It's not like these, and we probably never spoke again.
Yep.
That's okay.
Well, 10 years ago, if you went to a party and you got chatting with people the next, you started chatting with 5 people and you had good conversation, and then you went on your way. The next day you got 5 Facebook requests, right?
Yeah.
Now that doesn't happen anymore because I don't want
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have a fun night with strangers, and then that's leave it at that.
Yep.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, like I travel for work lots, and so like I have lots of those conversations at the bar top, like at the hotel or wherever when I'm out, and like that's it.
Yeah, like your guys' last event there at what's that place? Pre-game, yeah. There was 2 guys there, and I ended up having great conversations with them, and they were both just going through some rough shit. So, and the one guy said, he's like, yeah, I just saw this on Reddit, and figured I'd try it out, and I was like, that's the first step, buddy. And then and I basically hung out with him most of the night, just chatting. But yeah, he was going through a very rough thing, and if you're listening,
I hope
buddy,
he's doing okay.
If you're listening,
remember that.
Yeah, John is his name, because I was like, I won't forget that name, but I probably am wrong. But yeah, if you're still listening to the show, buddy, I hope you're doing good, because I've been where you were, and it sucks, and you made the right step just by coming out, and that's how it is, right? Like, try something like that, especially if you're struggling, just with yourself. It's better to be around people.
Yep.
You don't have to, and again, like, he didn't have to open up to me. He just came out. We could start chatting about this, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going through a tough time. I thought I'd give this a try." And I said, "Oh well, I'm glad you came. Like, if you want to talk about it." And he says, "Yeah, no." He's like, "I think I need to talk about it." And we chatted about it, and I think it's
great.
Again, it's this show is all about opening the door of conversation, right?
100%.
And there's no shame in feeling sad. There's no shame in feeling embarrassed about something. There's no shame in asking for help. It's what men need to do. And I mean, and I'm saying women too, but this is a men's focused show. All people just need to, ask for help or ask if you're struggling, just,
or you just say it out loud.
Yep.
Just say it out loud to someone. Yeah. Right. And then that conversation starts and keeps going. And then,
because there's no worse feeling, I haven't had to deal with it yet, but there's, you hear stories where, someone, takes their life.
Yeah.
And people are like, they had no idea that that person was so
most
unhappy, and they were battling, right?
Don't,
And then now that's left on their shoulders, like, oh, and then you're gonna spend the rest of your life. Why didn't I ask this person this? Like, why didn't I check
ifs,
in? The what ifs, right? And it's sad, but
that's why, like, I really try to encourage people that listen to the show, like, if you have no one to talk to, send us a voicemail, right? Like, just to get that shit off your chest.
Us or anything.
Message us on social media. You should know by now what it is, but I'll put it on the bottom here, and it's always at the end of the episode. It's linked everywhere too. Like it's very important to make that first step, and it's probably the hardest step.
Yep.
Like, it took me a long time to reach out to a therapist or talk to anybody, but the more I did it, the easier it is.
Yeah.
It was to talk about it. Now, like, it's very easy for me to, like, say, like, I am not doing okay today.
Yep. Nope.
Like, and that's okay.
And you're right. The first step is the hardest one, because you feel like you're going to take the step for you, but then you're also worried about when people find out you're taking the step, right? Now you're going to have to explain. For me personally, that's kind of my thing is, I don't really, I haven't told people that I'm going to therapy or that I started these meds, because, and it's not shame. It's not embarrassing. It's just that I don't, and it's not that I don't want people knowing what I'm up to, but it's just like, I don't want to talk about it unless I want to talk about it, right? You know what I mean? Like, and if someone, well,
why?
And then
I don't want to talk about
and
it
the part
right
and
now.
the problem is, with some things, it just reopens wounds. Yep. And like, so now you're in therapy trying to get past this stuff, and you're making progress, and then someone would find out, and they're like, well, why is this happening? They want to know everything. Yeah. Then you have to go back, rehash it, and then it's a vicious cycle. So, if I'm struggling, I'll talk to someone. But that's basically, and I have like 2 people. Yeah. Dave and Fat Kessel, really, and those are the guys that and Tom's actually really good at picking up on me, and
he is actually very good. Yeah, like me and him had conversations too, and like he's a very good listener.
Yep,
and he actually listens. He doesn't just like let you unload and not. He actually gives you like good advice and like.
I think with his job being around so many guys, like he's been working there since he was 18 years old, and he's worked his way up to where he is now. And I think having so many guys under him, I think that's probably given him a lot of life lessons too, because
he's seen shit.
And especially when you're out in the sticks pounding in new rails with just you and the 15, 20 guys on the crew, right? There's going to be tons of different personalities. Like that's the trades too, right? Like, you know, there was always not just like trade versus trade clashes, but there's personality clash, because no one, you know, we're not all the same, right? We're all wired a little differently, and you know, there's you know, the old saying in plumbing, there's a million ways to plummet, but one person always thinks their way is the only way, right? So I mean, then you can say that for mostly every job, but you can't be afraid of that first step. And you know, I've had some friends that are always worried about the cost of things, and I've like gone out of my way, and the helplines, the places you can go for.
There are lots of resources,
and so and then
not enough, but there is lots.
No, and then it gets to the point too. Like, I gave him all the information I could, and then he just kept like not doing it, and like, you know, you bitch about, and I don't want to say bitch because that's a negative word, but like complain about his situation, complain about, you know, but like does nothing to change it, and it's very hard for me because this one person, I've known him since I was 5 years old, and I have no ill will against him, but I couldn't, you know, because I was still struggling. Well, I am still struggling with my own stuff. I just had to, I was so worried about him too. But then it got to a point where the final straw was he was put in the hospital for a heart issue. And, you know, he told me what it was. And then I looked it up, and it's pretty much directly linked with drugs and booze. And he's been doing that all his life. And so I was like, okay. And then he told me he was getting sent home. So I was like, all right, like, let me know when you're home. I want to come visit you, and you know, I want to see how you are. So I got there, and his two cousins and his buddies were there, and I walk in, and he's like, I'm just going to the bathroom, and I was like, all right, whatever. So I go and I sit down, and I know his one cousin very well, and I'm looking around, and then they're talking. These three guys are talking like, yeah, you know, this is a wake up call. He's really got to change his life, you know, blah blah blah. And then I like look over, and I'm like, where'd that case of beer come from? And he's like, he didn't have any beer, so I brought him some beer. And I said, who smokes for these? He's like, he was out of smoke, so I got him a couple packs of smokes. And I was like, was that his bag of weed? And he's like, no, I brought that for him, you know. And then he came out of the bathroom, and he was wasted. And then he went to his room before he came up, I just looked at his friends, and I was like, you guys are the fucking problem. Yeah. I was like, you guys are the fucking problem.
You're sure not helping him have a chance.
Yeah. And I got up and I left, and then he's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm out of here. I was like, come here, I want to talk to you. And I fucking laid it into him.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what, man? I just got some really fucking bad medical news. I was like, yeah, and you're gonna get blackout wasted, and that's all you're gonna say all night. Just got some bad news. And I was like, you got the bad news because you're exactly this. And I told him, I said, listen, man. I said, when you're sober, give me a shout.
Yeah. Yep.
I said, I love you, buddy. I said, I just can't worry about you anymore. This guy's 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
But I have enough shit on my plate.
You can only do so much. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, you feel bad because then if something happens, but I've come to realize that if the worst were ever to happen, that it wouldn't be on my,
you can't help someone that
you've released that from your.
You've done as much as you can.
It doesn't mean you don't love, and it doesn't mean you don't care. But like you
can't help someone that doesn't want to help.
Well, it's not yours to own.
Yeah. It's tough because I'm a very loyal friend. And
it's so hard to do.
It's very hard.
Yeah. I had to do it with one of my friends, and like, thankfully, I've only had to do it once because it's so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing with him too is like he's supposed to be uncle to my daughter, right? And he's only ever seen her twice. The day she was born, and he happened to drive by, and I was playing outside with her when she was like 2, and he's never seen her again.
Yeah.
And so it's shitty. And like you said, as you get older, you just realize that. The friends, you don't need them all. And some of them are actually pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And and I've done it, man. Like, unfortunately.
You got to cut them loose, yeah.
Unfortunately, I should have. There's a couple friends that I should have cut loose a long time ago, and I didn't. And then it really
went through that too.
Really came back to bite me in the ass.
Well, because sometimes there's that hope that, hey, like maybe this will work out, will be good.
I've been trying to cut Tommy loose for years.
You can't get rid of me.
Get rid of him.
I'll stop drinking.
Well, thanks everyone for thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it. I know you're on a timeline, and we don't want to make you late, but I hope you can come back sometime.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely. Awesome. Like I said,
when someone cancels, then we'll You're
No,
always going to be my number 2.
perfect.
A standby does not mean it's any less important.
That's right.
No, thank you for being here and
No,
sharing. I really do appreciate it.
I appreciate it, and
I haven't sat behind this mic for a little while. It felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good luck for your finals.
yeah.
Me and Jacob are going to go watch it. So
This is it. The end of an era.
Okay. Well, enjoy.
Thank you,
Cheers.
buddy.
Enjoy every minute of it.
Cheers, guys.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Quiet Riot Show. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for making this show possible. And of course, thank you, our amazing listeners, for your support. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're at Quiet Riot Show on all platforms. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch full episodes of the podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and review us wherever you're listening. It really helps us grow and reach more listeners like you. We'd also love to hear from you. Have questions, suggestions, or thoughts about the show? Drop us an email at quietriot@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Quiet Riot Show.